guys, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Can I get my camera right though? Act like I never do this before. I am very excited to bring you my favorite products of 2022. This is going to be a series of at least 3 videos. So face, eyes, lips. Ooh, excuse me. I got my drink. You need to get your drink. This is ice water right now. Alcoholic, non-alcoholic beverage, whatever you need, get your snack. This is going to be a decently length video because we're going to talk. We're going to talk about makeup. This is not just like specifically favorite products of 2022, but talking about makeup is like my favorite type of video to make. And just yeah. So, yes. Get yourself a giant insulated water bottle, water mug, whatever, that stays cold all day, that keeps ice for 72 hours. Get yourself a metal straw. If you are a ice cold water drinker like me, I love my water ice cold. I could be freezing and shaking. I need ice cold water. Get yourself one of those. Let's clean off the glasses as per usual. And let's talk about my favorite face products of 2022. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Candace and I love makeup and I collect a lot of it and I try a lot of it. So with my face product, with my best products of 2022, it's the things I loved in 2022. I didn't necessarily have to buy them in 2022. That could have been rediscovered favorites. A lot of this is new, 2022 new. I'll be honest with you, most of it is, but some years it's not. It's just what I love. And if you've been following me for years, you'll see that some of my favorites necessarily sometimes got dethroned, or I just didn't use as much this year, so I couldn't really say they were a favorite this year. So that's kind of how I do it. It's not just, oh, what I bought. I can't keep track of the new things I bought in 2022. Fun fact, I don't put that in my spreadsheet of when I bought something. I don't do that. So I have it sorted out kind of in the order of I put things on my face, and let's begin. And we're going to start with primers. 2 primers. One is an all the time, like it's been a million-year favorite, and it is the Rimmel Stay Matte mattifying primer. This stuff is about $4 in your Walmart, your drugstore. It's really, really inexpensive. This stuff it has the consistency of a white like sunscreen. It doesn't leave a residue or a white cast or anything, but that's just the texture I'm describing. It mattify, honey. If I actually double prime now with my other favorite. But let me just explain this one really quickly. If you need matte, you need it to be, this is the best primer for summertime. If you have oily skin, just get it. Just get it. It doesn't really have any skincare properties. It ain't doing nothing extra. It says shine controlling, pore minimizing, hydrating, feel smooth skin. I'll be honest, I don't even know about all the pore minimizing. I'll use this with a pore minimizing primer, like double with it. I've used this in conjunction with a lot of other primers for the other things I might need. But the mattifying part, Rimmel Stay Matte got it locked down. I believe this is like $4. And I like to double prime with this one's pretty much out. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. Baby, I don't know if I got this year or last year, but it's not that old. Last year, whatever, it doesn't matter. This combined with this, lock and loaded, baby. So this is my mattifying situation. That all-nighter, it adds to the longevity. This has your makeup lasting as well. But I feel like this adds that element of still looking fresh. And it's like a grippy type of primer. Like I said, this Rimmel Stay Matte, whatever the bottle claims, whatever, it's just for the matte for me. It's for the matte part for me. Anything else I need, I add a different primer into it. But the Urban Decay All Nighter, I already have my backup ready. The Urban Decay All Nighter, and you can see this is a puffier tube, but let me let the air out. This is pretty much gone as well. Yeah, these two, baby. You can probably hear Griff in the litter box because he's a big boy. And it's poop time, apparently, when Mama's filming. So, okay. So, I have a little cart. I have everything organized. So, let's go into the next step in my routine. I usually do primer. I'm sorry, color corrector. Y'all, this one right here. Let's talk about it. So, this is the NARS. What is it called? Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. So we know the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Bomb. Classic concealer. Beautiful. And I went to try this because the benefit Boing Brightening Concealer. I think that's what it's called. Was my favorite corrector. It's this, yeah, the big Boing Brightening Concealer. I can't find this anymore. I don't know. I feel like they stopped. If it's still being made and I'm just missing it, let me know. But I really like this corrector. This is the shade number 6. I use shade 5 and 6, but we're pretty much getting down there. And I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know what to replace it with. Looking around, trying different things. And baby, this NARS corrector, creamy corrector, this is the shade Deep. This gets me together. It corrects all of that. And I know you're probably thinking like, oh girl, you don't have all that. We all know our faces better than anybody else. Okay, we know our face. And I do have discoloration. I wouldn't say they're like dark circles because I looked at pictures. I was looking recently at pictures of me when I was younger, and there's always been a shadow there. So I think it's just my skin. I think as I've gotten older, I've seen it get worse, and then with proper skincare, it's gotten a little better. But I've always had some sort of shadow there. So in correcting it, this erases. It's $30. It is $30. It is worth it for me. I will be repurchasing it. I mean, everything here I would repurchase, but this NARS Creamy Corrector, yeah. So. They have, I think, like 4 shades of that corrector. So if you are, and this shade is deep. It's deeper than, it's skin tones deeper than me could use this corrector. It's not just straight peach. It's a deep, deep peach. So I got my wipes ready as well. Ugh, I got my wipes ready. Okay, it's a deep peach. So skin tones deeper than me can work with that. So let's move on. Let's move on to foundations. So I have 5. I'm going to start with one that's been an OG, triple OG. The other 4 became favorites this year, but the OG, triple OG, this LA Girl Pro Matte. I am holding up 2 shades because I tell this story every time I talk about this. I am in the shade, I don't know, it's somewhere. I have it as a backup. But when I thought they were discontinuing this, they might be. Ulta had it on sale for like 89 cents or something. And I bought all the shades. I was like, no, they're getting rid of it. And so I was like, I'm a mix shade. So these 2 right now, I have been mixing to wear. Like every time I wear this foundation, I mix this because I'm not putting it, like, you know, they're not going to go to waste. However, I do have my actual shade in one bottle. I forgot what my shade is, but these 2, I had grabbed them. I was like, there's no way I will figure out this foundation. This stuff is full coverage, long wearing, straight up matte, beautiful all day. This, I would say is comparable to the Too Faced Born This Way matte. It's a thicker liquid foundation. I wouldn't call it like a mousse or whipped. We'll get into that. But it's a thicker liquid foundation. But this stuff, beautiful. Drugstore, $8.99. I think they still make it. I don't think they're discontinuing it. At least as of not right now. Okay? Love it. If you don't know me, I'm full coverage by default. My default is full coverage. If I'm trying something light or medium, I don't do light coverage, but a medium, like what I'm wearing today, a medium, that's the exception. Like, oh, I'm trying something new. I'm a full to the max, full glam. I'm gonna try not to keep drinking. Okay. So the next one, this little $20 foundation, this is the Sephora Best Skin Ever. This is wonderful. So I'm trying to describe this. This described as, do they have the, am I crazy or is everything in French on here? All right, everything's on French. I'm in the shade 44Y. And this foundation, $20. This foundation gives me great coverage. It doesn't look like skin. It looks like great makeup. It looks like great makeup on great skin. Okay, let's be for real, because it is on the fuller coverage side. I really enjoy this. I don't have any qualms. Like it doesn't do anything spectacular. But it also doesn't do anything that like, I don't want to call it middle of the road, but it's like, it's a staple. It's something that I know I can grab, pretty much tie it with any powder, pretty much, you know, any concealer. Like I don't have to be too tricky with it. I don't have to do it in a certain way for it to work. And it's beautiful coverage and it's 20 bucks and I really like it. So good job, Sephora Best Skin Ever. I like their concealer too. We'll talk about that in a moment. This next one, baby, I think this is the most surprising to me. Was not expecting to like this. Got it the first time. It was the wrong shade. I wound up giving it to my mom. And then I heard on the YouTubes the girls was loving it. And I was like, let me give this another try and buy my right shade. Baby, this got me through the summer. Okay? We love a skin tint. We love a skin tint, but I'm going to tell you something. I love a full coverage skin tint. So is it really a skin tint? Whatever. I love trying it all. Got me through the summer. This L'Oreal, baby, this L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum, okay? I got the shade 7-8 Tan Deep. This little drop of, actually, we'll talk about that. It's $20 in the drugstore. This full foundation at Sephora, this is a store brand at Sephora, is $20. But wait, listen. Okay, this stuff, I can build this up to pretty much a full coverage. And when I say build it up, I mean the layers, it's thin, but it packs pigment. I do not know how to explain it. You think a tinted serum, baby, this is far from a serum in terms of coverage. And it's lightweight and it just feels really good. And it, like I said, it got me through the summer because my skin was, I'm used to wearing a full face of glam in the heat, but if you are not, but you want that coverage, you might want to try something like this because it's very lightweight, but it has really nice coverage. And I also want to mention, because this summer I was obsessed with cream products, cream blush, cream contour, liquid, and all the non-powdered things. I was obsessed with them. Someone with oily skin who prefers powder and everything, I became obsessed. And all those creams just sat on top of this, so lovely. And I had this light yet full glam situation going on with this one. So do it. All right, and then next to last, this baby. So I do like a velvety, moussey type of situation, and this came in. I think I got this year. This is the one size, maybe not. One size turn up the base BBB cream beauty blur balm. All right. Okay. This is, it's giving me Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse grown up and put in a tube. But grown up, glow up, okay? Not the oranginess, but that feel of how good that felt. At least it felt really good on my skin. All grown up. Again, Beauty Blur Balm. This is giving you full coverage. It's a Beauty Blur Balm. We know BB creams. We know all that. And this is a damn foundation, okay? It is full coverage. You have to remember the creative one size Patrick Star is a drag queen, so we love the coverage, okay? Okay. And then the final foundation I want to talk about. I fell in love with this. This is not a new foundation. They reformulated it. And I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. Never tried it before, but it's been around for years. It's been everyone's staple, a lot of people's staple for years. I just hopped on it, and it was the foundation of choice that I used during my birthday glam, where I was a princess. Here we go. And it is still an active effort when I'm doing my makeup and I want a full glam, full coverage. It is an active effort to not choose this one. You know, if I have other ones I want to try, it is an active effort. And that is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 16-hour full coverage foundation. I don't know where I was all the years, y'all, the Tarte girls. Y'all said it. Y'all said it. I'm in the shade 51 in Deep Neutral, and I'm going to tell y'all something. This foundation's $40, and I'm going to tell you something. I wouldn't repurchase this until I'm done with it, because I go, you know, I have so much, even though I absolutely love it. It's just, I would repurchase it when I finished it, but not a backup situation. The LA girl, I thought they were discontinuing it, and it was like 89 cents. So I bought all of those. But this went on sale half off at Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and I bought a backup. And I have it. I will have it. And that's how much in love. I like to put this on with a brush. I know some people use a beauty blender to lighten the coverage, because this is a, I don't want to say it's thick, but it's thick. Okay, and not in a cakey way, but it will, it's getting rid of everything. It is getting rid of full coverage on it. It's getting rid of everything. Okay, this is like a maximum coverage for me. It's erasing everything. And I like to put it on with a brush like this, like a dense, I think Tarte makes a brush like this. This ain't a Tarte brush, baby. I got this from, I think Ison, okay, Players. But, I like to put some on the back of my hand and press it in to the brush and then apply it to my face. And it gives this flawless airbrush look, and full coverage, and I absolutely love it. This is a concealer optional foundation for real. Okay? Alright, on to concealer. I only have two categories, types of concealer that I just felt like were favorites this year. I used a lot of concealer. I have old favorites. I had some favorites that like for example, I love Maybelline Age Rewind. It's still a favorite concealer. But as far as this year, I didn't use it as much. I kind of rotated, especially with this new makeup room and really having my makeup reorganized, I rotated through a lot more this year. I shop my stash way more, have designated shop my stash drawers. I went through my collection a lot more. So when it was less likely for me to use those hardcore favorites over and over again. So the two concealers that I have now, I did acquire this year. And it's the Sephora Best Skin Ever, the concealer that goes with that foundation. $15 for this. And I think since I bought it, I know Sephora's had a couple sales where it's like 30% off. Sephora brand. Best Skin Ever. This is a full coverage concealer. I had to decide how light I wanted to go because they have a lot of shades in this. And the first time I bought one, this is my skin tone, which is 55N, and then I have 16Y. But I believe I have one like in between these, and it just wasn't bright enough for me. But that's me, my error, picking the wrong shade. And so this 16Y is absolutely beautiful. Warm, yellow like I like my under eye, gives great coverage. And I will be honest, and this is something I have to say, I rarely use concealer just as nothing. Just like without foundation, color corrector. So when I am judging a concealer, you have to remember, especially an under eye concealer, I have color corrector on, I have foundation on. So I have a couple layers where, where that concealer, helping that concealer conceal, if that makes any sense. This one, in my skin tone shade, where am I? This one in my skin tone shade, I don't know why I'm swatching this one. This is one that I have used just on my bare face. Like, you know how you do concealer? Oh my God, can I get my words together? Concealer and powder. If you do just concealer and powder, I've done this in spot concealed on my face. That's getting on my nerves. That sticker's bothering me. Let me put it this way. There we go. Okay. And spot concealed on my face. And then just top with powder. And it gives really, really good coverage. It's giving a complete finished look. And I really enjoy that. But I just wanted to mention like the caveat of like when I put concealer under my eyes, I am already putting it on layers of coverage anyway. So if I use a concealer as like a little mini foundation, you know it's doing something. So yeah, really excited. I have a lot more to talk about, and it's 18 minutes, and that's why I said, y'all, the next concealer, baby, this was worn on my birthday as well. This Huda Beauty, look at me, this Huda Beauty, what is it called? What is this called? The Faux Filter Luminous Matte Concealer, baby, got me together. I like this one better than the Sephora Best Skin Ever. This got me together. This is, and it's Huda. We love Huda's products. She's a full coverage, full glam diva, and so are we. And this concealer, again, got me together. It is full, I can't repeat myself. It's full coverage. It doesn't cake up or crease. What more do you want? Now, this one's more, if the Sephora Best Skin Ever is giving you coverage, this one's giving you a step up. So, this one's $15, this one's $29 or $30. Here's the thing, I try everything. So I know I don't have to justify that. So it's like, oh, you got this one's really good. Why spend more on this? It's up to you. It's your preference. I'm trying them all. So love this one too. All right, let's move on to powders. I actually do not have a setting powder, like a face all over setting powder this year. I rotated through my setting powders. There's some that I love, but I just don't want to tag them as like favorites of the year because it wasn't one that I kind of clung to just all over setting my face. I do have a couple for very specific tasks. So the first two being the Mora Set and Correct finishing powder. I just got this one and I love it. Finishing powder and the loose setting powder. Okay. So sometimes I set my color corrector. Sometimes I don't. Before I got the NARS, I always set my color corrector. It's just something that I did. And I was setting it with like an e.l.f. powder. And then I got this powder. This is the Mora. Let me turn it upside down. This is the Mora. Oh my God. Get it together. This is the loose setting powder. It's in the shade Deep. And you see here, it's a combination of 3 colors. This type of powder is a little bit common. I know Givenchy has one. There's a few in Sephora that have this. So you got this combination of 3 shades here. And then if you open it up, they all mix in. And then that's what you set with. And so I set my color corrector with lightweight, very airy powder, but it does what it needs to do. And I like the tint of it. I like the tone of it. I want my color correcting setting powder, if I'm setting something, to be not to be my skin tone, because I still am going to put something brightening over top. I want it to be complementary the word? I want it to be close to the tone of the corrector. Peachy, that makes sense. So then Mora released the Set and Correct finishing powder, and this is a pressed version that you swirl, and you see these 4 different quadrants of powder. You have this bright peachy shade, you have this warm tone here. This is more of an more of a neutral light setting, and then you have this deep, almost like bronzy contour shade. I swirl my brush in all of this. I swirl it all in and I set my color corrector with it. I don't know if you can see that. I set my color, see that peachy? Yeah, I set my color corrector with it and it works lovely. Now let me tell you, going back to the color corrector with NARS, I don't necessarily need to set this. I don't have to, but because I like insurance and security, I do set it sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Most times I do now. And I've been using this. But this has such high coverage that this one is a little bit light, a little bit lighter in coverage when I set, versus this one is going to give, like, really give you another layer on your corrector. So if I'm not using the NARS one, I'll definitely set it with this. My heater's screaming. But both of these, really excited. Now, we got to set those under eyes after color corrector, after concealer. And this powder, just like the Tarte, this powder had me in a chokehold. This powder, I had to actively not set my under eyes with it because I was trying other things. And it is the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder, baby. This ultra blur formula. And I have the shade Translucent Honey. Sis. I really am actively trying not to buy the Translucent Deep in this. But 2023 might. Whatever. The original La Mercier powder is wonderful. No flashback. It's beautiful. The translucent works on deep skin. She has a deep shade for deep skin, translucent deep. She has a translucent honey in the regular. That I have all 3 of those. The translucent honey. I set my under eye with that. Really beautiful. This is that ultra blur, and it just has that next set, that next stage of softness airbrush. I like to set this with a powder puff, press that bad boy in. You look like a doll, baby. You look like a doll, baby. There is definitely a difference. The shade of Translucent Honey, I feel as though it could be my eyes because I am, visually impaired here. I feel as though the Translucent Honey in the Ultra Blur is a smidge yellower than the Translucent Honey in the normal formula. That could also be, again, my eyes. So, this, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so soft. I really want to try the translucent vape, and 2023 will lead me to trying it. Probably I'll probably get it. Okay, I have a lot of Ulta points. I do. Okay, where are we now? We're getting into the colors. We have contour, we have blush, we have highlight. All right, when I tell you, you already know. If you've ever been a subscriber, the chokehold that cream and liquid products had me in this year. We gotta take a sip. Okay. Let me just start in the order. Contour. Contour bronzer. Let's talk about it. The first one being e.l.f. Putty Bronzers. Everything in a damn jar I'm buying. The e.l.f. Putty Bronzers. Beautiful. They're gorgeous. They do the job. This is the shade, you know I can't see. Sun-Kissed. They do the job. Let me show you this other shade I have. Bronzed Belle. And you know how I love to apply these. I have a bunch. You know how I love to apply these. I love to apply these with the putty brush that they not provide with it, but like they sell separately. $6 or $7 for these. Lightweight. This contour, baby, you gonna contour, you're gonna bronze. You are going to be sun-kissed, literally. And love them. Love them. They did so well for me, and I will keep using them. And they're really small and compact. So, like, traveling, okay? I am a girl where I have a whole room to store my makeup. So usually the size of a product doesn't matter to me. And it really doesn't in the case of my room. But I do appreciate something like this when I am packing makeup, because packing makeup gives me extreme anxiety. Fun fact about me, I hate packing it. I hate taking my makeup out of this room. So I usually take an all-in-one face palette, which we'll talk about later. Okay, now. Girl, you like the $6, $7 putty bronzer. That's it. You should stop there. Do we stop there? This is a maximalist channel. Judge your mother, don't judge me. This other putty cream bronzer, $38. And again, chokehold. Straight chokehold to this. And yes, I have two. The NARS Laguna Cream Bronzer. So NARS Cream Bronzer, I believe they already had, they had the Laguna Bronzer. I don't know if they had it in cream all of these years, but they definitely had the powder for many years. And then they released these cream bronzers. I think the regular Laguna was brown. Whatever. They released the Laguna in 5 shades. In 5 shades. And I have 4 and 5 because there is a difference. So 4 is giving that redder, this is 4. 4 is giving a little bit redder bronziness for me. This is what I like to bronze with if I'm bronzing. And then this is the cooler tone in 5, which is what I would like to contour with. Create those shadows, create the sun kiss, create the I just came back from Jamaica. I barely even use, it looks like I barely even use. You don't need a lot. That's that's where I dip my e.l.f. putty brush in and contour with. And again, I use more here when I'm bronzing all over my face. But you're gonna have these forever. I've used them in plenty of videos. You guys watch all of my videos throughout the summer. You guys, wonderful. If you're someone who wants a curated collection, you know, you don't mind spending a little bit extra money, but you want one staple product that works. One, you know, just one of each thing. And you want to feel a little luxurious, go with the NARS. If you're if you're beauty on a budget, go with the e.l.f. But you are going to use this up faster. So, and there are plenty of channels that break down stuff per gram, cost per ounce, and things like that. And you can kind of see what's really efficient. But you know, that it just depends on you. Okay, let's get into the powder contour bronzer. I do have two. Let's talk about them. I'm gonna start here. This is the Fenty Beauty. This specific shade. Not so much the formula, but the specific shade is this is the Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in Mocha Mami. The formula's great, but this is probably my favorite shade of bronziness. I don't like, because I'm a brown girl, and because I wear the golden highlights, I love a gold base of anything. My bronzer, I don't want it to be that same tone. I like my bronzers a little bit redder to look. I just like that. I just can't really explain it. I don't necessarily bronze with like the golden bronzer, orangey looking bronzers, because one, they look like highlight to me in the pan, and two, that's just not the color. That's just not the tones I want. I love a reddish sun-kissed bronze look. I love this. And this, again, this is Mocha Mami, shade 08. I'm gonna have it forever. Like, yeah, I like that tone. I know it's probably like, girl, you look sunburned. I don't care. That's the tone I like. And so this Fenty one gets me together. Love it. Love it. Again, watch any of my videos from the summer. All right, you about to see this brand for contour, blush, and highlight. We'll get into it. Give Me Glow. Shout out to Give Me Glow. I only have 2 of them. I didn't bring the other one out. They're bronzers. Contours, bronzer. This is a bronzer. Matte powder bronzer. This huge pan is the most pigmented thing. The most pigmented thing I have come across. Also their blushes and highlights, and we'll talk about it. But the most pigmented thing I come across. I love their little compacts, and I bought these this year. This is an indie brand. I really love this indie brand. I bought a bunch of different shades. So you see that on my finger. This is the shade Miami Heat. So it's close to my skin tone. You're like, girl, you contour bronze, whatever you want to do with that. Look at the swatch. Look. It deepens up on your hand. So this is the same. Don't ask me the devil's magic. It's going to deepen up. Look how it look. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I guess, I don't want to make it seem like it oxidizes, but it like, I don't know what to tell you, but it matures on your skin, and it's very, very intimidating. It's not intimidating in the pan. So like a little goes a long way. So you want to be careful, but it's like, oh, it might not seem like it's there. And then literally by the time you're done your makeup, it's perfect. I can't explain it. I'm all over the place. Shout out to Give Me Glow. Give Me Glow. Let's just stop talking there, because that, I feel like I didn't do a good job. Okay, that was contour. Blush. I'm gonna repeat the same brand real quick. e.l.f. Putty Blush. These, again, chokehold. This is the shade, I don't know. I just pulled out some. I don't have favorite shades too much. Turks and Caicos. Or Caicos, how you pronounce that? This is the regular. And then I really, really enjoyed the Luminous Putty Blush. This is the shade Isla del Sol. Beautiful. Beautiful. The luminous, it glows on your skin. They last all day. They last over, they stick and stay whatever you put them on, put underneath of them. Sometimes, because I was me, I would go over these with another blush, and even with the luminous blush, I would go over it with a matte blush, and the luminosity would still kind of peek through. Baby, I was making color combinations out the yin yang. Deal with it. All right. I have 2 more liquid blushes to talk about. Baby, Selena Gomez, she gonna get all my money. These Rare Beauty blushes, baby. These are absolutely beautiful. Her liquid highlights are good too. These Rare Beauty blushes are gorgeous. So I'm holding here the shade Encourage. These are same things I can say about the e.l.f. ones. They go on top of anything so well. I like to blend these out with a brush. It's the shade Encourage. They go on over powder, over cream powder, whatever, and they stay. And they're vibrant, but not being like bright or ashy. They just brighten up your face. They're matte, so they're liquid, but they dry to a matte. I don't have any glowy ones. I don't know if she makes any, but all the shades I have definitely are just like a matte, flat wash of color, but not boring flat, you know. I really enjoy these. This other one is called Love. I have a bunch. I have a couple minis. She has a set out for the holidays. Look at that. Look at that beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I think these are like 20 bucks. Definitely think you should check them out. But, this is going to be a PSA. Profusion, please release more of these liquid blushes. If you want to try liquid blush, and there's not a lot of liquid blush in the drugstore, I'm going to be honest with you. If you want to try liquid blush, you want to dip your toe in it, go and get these Profusion, what are they called? Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blushes. So I would give the Selena Gomez formula, it's a thicker consistency. These are a true liquid. You can hear it in there. And the way the packaging works is you pull this off and there's like a sponge dabber. And you dab on your skin and blend it out. Oh my God. Same things I said about the Selena. Same things I said about the e.l.f. They are absolutely beautiful. They give a beautiful wash of color. They're buildable. They're, again, like I said, a straight liquid. I like to use a brush with these, almost like a stippling brush. They're absolutely beautiful. I top these with the powder for even more intensity. You don't need to top them with the powder. They will last. They're fine. But I just like to double up on things. And that's just what I do. And they complement, I think they have 5 or 6 shades in the collection. That's all they have. I never comment on a brand's Instagram. I commented on their Instagram and was like, please, 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 please release more shades. Please. They're like $5. Please. That shade I swatched was Sangria. This other shade in my hand is called Paloma. Let's swatch it. How cute. How lovely. Let's blend that out. I overdid it, but what? I know the trend with the kids is this cold girl look, like this whole flush of coming in from the cold, which it ain't nothing new. I mean, people been doing that makeup like that. Let me shut up. But this would be a good blush to do that with. All right, powder blush. You guys would be proud of me. I think this is the first year Mac Raisin is not in there. Mac Raisin is still a favorite, but I didn't reach for it a lot this year because I made a conscious effort to utilize my entire collection. And I have been playing around with every blush, all the blushes, and yeah. So Mac Raisin is a favorite, but 2022... stepped away. We're back on Give Me Glow. We're back on Give Me Glow. When they released the bronzers, they released blushes and they released highlights. So this is just 2 that I have in my hand. I don't know if they have any like shimmery or satin blushes. All the ones I have are matte. These are called just matte powder blush. The 2 shades I have here, this is Hey Honey, and then this is Rock the Boat. Rock the boat. Alright, I'm sorry. This is Hey Honey. Look at Hey Honey. Look at Hey Honey. It is a warm gold. Look. I don't own any blush like that. And then this is Rock the Boat. Bright pink. I wouldn't say these deepen up a little bit on the skin. It is what it is with these, but absolutely beautiful. I have plenty of shades of this. I think I bought like 5 or 6 blushes. Super matte, super full coverage, super pigmented. A little goes a long way. If you want to overdo it, fine, because if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. But you will probably look like Ringling Brothers. You just be the cutest clown out there. Okay, because that's what these are. Oh my goodness, these are, and another thing I didn't mention with the bronzers, the blush, and the highlight. These, they sell them in the compact for less than $15, $14.50 or something like that. But they sell the individual pan. If you just want the pan, they sell that for a few dollars less. So you don't have to buy the compact. If you have a palette, you want to make a palette, they have empty palettes on the website where you can, you know what I mean? You can make your own palette. I'm going to do my best to link everything down below because that is a goal for me in 2023, to link all products in my description every video, not just special videos where I say I'm going to do it. And I do, but keep it with Give Me Glow. They also released highlighters. This is just 2 of I think the 5 or 6 I have. When I tell you, these are the most pigmented highlighters I own in my collection. The most pigmented highlighters I've come across. If you're not into super pigmented things, I want to shine like a disco ball. If you're not into super pigmented things and you know you're lightweight, this, I think I talked about this in another video. This highlight was almost too much for me. And if you like lighter glow from within, this ain't it, sis. I got something for you for that. But this, I'm holding 2 here. This is the shade Glitzen. Let's just talk about it. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get a brush. I'm not even gonna use my hand because you know a concentrated swatch. This is Glitzen. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna take my brush, dust over it like I do. Let's tap it off. I can't. I'm doing it with my hand. That's with a brush. That's, let me do it again. Tap it in there. I'm going to tap off. Oh God, I lost my place. It just layers up so intensely. Look. And it's fine. I love it. This is not a problem. But I am just giving you the, giving you the tea. These are beautiful. I'll do a finger swatch. And they have some of them have a dual chrome situation. Like for example, this is the shade Playmate. Excuse me. This is the shade Playmate. And this is a beautiful pinky, peachy golden. Imagine that across your face. Across your face. Most pigmented highlighters I own. Alright, now, if you want something that's glow from within, if you want a glow from within situation, that's fine. A glow from within situation. I am so mad these were limited edition, but they're still on sale. They're still available at the time of this filming. The Fenty Beauty Toasted Swirl Bronze Shimmer Powders in Pecan Swilla and Chocolate Swilla. They look like this. They're these huge pans. I was not going to buy a backup of them because I'm never going to use it up. But I am tempted every time I go on the Sephora website. But I'm not going to do it because this is not something I'm going to use up. I'll use up the foundation. This is just not. They're on sale half off. They don't even look that exciting. These are beautiful. I used these. One of them, I remember what shade, for my birthday glam. I actually put some all over my body. It was beautiful. The first shade, let's do Chocolate Swilla. One is a little bit more rosy gold. The other one is a straight gold. So this is Chocolate Swilla, I believe is the one that's rosy. I can never tell until I look at both of them together. And then Pecan Swilla is the more bronzy golden one. Yep. Look at how beautiful both of those are. Beautiful glow from within. There's no shine, like sparkle. There's no glitter. It's just a beautiful, radiant glow. It's giving matte gold deposit. It's giving, you know, that. Absolutely beautiful. These are on sale right now at time of filming for $21. And you're beautiful packaging. You got the mirror in there. You're not going to run out. Okay, almost, we're getting down. I have two face palettes I need to talk about. The first one, I put it in the face category. It technically has eyeshadow in it as well, but it's called a face palette. So I put it in the face products, and I just got this a couple weeks ago, and I'm obsessed. This is the Tasha Denona Glam Face Palette. Listen, I don't know why I didn't get it earlier. This is in the shade Deep. I'm this close to getting the lighter one to see what the situation is. This is beautiful. You get 5 eyeshadows here that's going to give you a bomb look. I have a video using this palette on my channel. This is, you get 5 staple shades. I used all of them in my looks. Absolutely beautiful. And then under this cover, I could clean the palette up. It's dirty as hell. The cream blush and the cream highlight. Listen to me. Listen to me right now. This cream blush, I take my brush. Where's my brush? I take this brush, or an equivalent. What is this called? It's like the Real Techniques Instapop cheek brush, and I just pack that blush into my brush. I don't need to, but I do it because I want all of it. And I put this blush damn near all over my face. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And then this cream highlight called Star Glow. Baby, I highlight my whole face with my finger. This is the perfect consistency for me to use my finger. And it blends out and it glows and it's beautiful. Again, this is the Deep. It's gorgeous. All right, you ready? You ready? Last but not least, in the face product palette situation, I have some sprays I want to talk about. We just talked about this. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked. This was my first Hourglass like face products, and baby, this is good. This is good. You have 6 things in here. You have a setting powder. It's a translucent setting powder. You have 2 highlighters in here. You have 1, 2, technically 3 blushes. I think this is a highlighter-ish as well, according to what you see on the back. Translucent light, finishing powder, metallic strobe powder, a blush, metallic strobe powder, and another blush. Yeah. This is absolutely beautiful. You want a soft focused, you want an airbrushed, again, glow from within look to your skin. This palette's going to give you everything. I've mixed the blushes together. They look beautiful. I've used even this one that might seem too light. This is the Tiger, by the way. This came in 3 different color families. And this is the Tiger. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. I was like $85 for this. I get it. I do. I really, really do. I do. Oh my goodness. They feel like nothing. They feel like nothing, yet look like everything you need. Oh my goodness. Well done, Hourglass. I get it. I get it. I know the girl's been getting these palettes for years. I've been late. I get it. Okay. The last thing, let's talk about some setting sprays. Again, rotating through this year. Rotating through. But I do have 2 staples. The first one being Fix Plus. You can probably Fix Plus out of my cold dead hands. Fix Plus is my favorite setting spray. Let me be clear. Fix Plus is not a fix, even though it says Fix Plus. It's not like a fixing, locking in spray. That's not what Fix Plus does. What I use Fix Plus for is to melt all my millions and billions and layers of makeup into one seamless face. That's what I use Fix Plus for. If you're like, I'm cute, but I'm a little cakey. It don't feel settled. It's just a little bit, I just did a little bit too much with the powder, whatever. You spray this Fix Plus on before your fixing spray, your finishing sprays. Spray the Fix Plus on, it's gonna melt everything together. I got backups upon backups upon backups of Fix Plus, and I'm gonna tell you something. It will go on sale 21 Days of Beauty. I scoop them up. I have open here all the different types of Fix Plus that you can think of. Right now, we got the Fix Plus Rose here. I got the regular Fix Plus. This is the Cherry Blossom collection, whatever. You notice how they're all pretty much well used. This is the Gold Light. Haven't used the Bronze Light as much, but that's the Gold Light. This is the new Fix Plus Stay Over Alcohol Free. We got the Fix Plus Matte, which is not one of my favorites. But yeah, baby, I got the minis on deck. They get used, honey. Okay? They get used. It's funny that none of the Fix Plus was in my empties. But whatever, we're getting there. Oh Lord, we're getting there. Okay, so Fix Plus. And then the other staple favorite, I need some more. This is the Krylon Fixing Spray. This is the strongest hold fixing spray, staying long lasting situation you're ever going to find. This can's like $30. Oh well. If you want, it's like a cement lock and seal. Now your face won't look like cement. You won't look like you're in a casket. You won't look like a mortician did your makeup. You won't look like that. But you will be locked and loaded and ready for a 24-hour extravaganza. Okay? I only bring this out. This is a big dog. I bring this out when I know I need to be locked and loaded forever. Like, if there was a potential where you need to wear this makeup for 36 hours. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I am too old to be doing another club, no sleep. But if that was the situation, and we will look as fresh as the minute we finish beating our face. Period. Okay. Then shout out to Makeup Revolution, because these are just two random ones I pulled out, but I have a bunch of different Makeup Revolution setting sprays. I don't feel like they're very different from each other, but they all do one thing, and that's keep me matte, and I enjoy it. So this is the Sport Fix Extra Hold Makeup Fixing Spray. This is the Supreme Matte Finishing Spray. These do what the Krylon does at just like a little bit lower level. They don't help my makeup last as long as the Krylon, but I can get a good 8-12 hour day fix using these. And then the last one I wanted to share is the Dermablend Lock and Last Water Resistant Setting Spray. This again it says up to 24-hour wear. I haven't tested this for 24 hours. It does give my makeup longevity. I rarely wear my makeup for over 12 hours nowadays. But this specific one for the water resistant, I will wear this on a day, oh, it's going to rain. Oh, I'm going to sweat. And it works. So, shout out to Dermablend. Well, you guys, I hope you had a lovely snack, a lovely meal. I've been talking for about 52 minutes-ish. And I am just so happy to share all those items with you. And that was my best face products of 2022. Let me know what your favorites were. Let's keep the conversations in the comments going. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about any of the products mentioned in this video, feel free to leave it down below. I love you all so, so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.